Imagine this. It's the 1960s. The Cold War is on like Donkey Kong. Two superpowers are staring each other down, both with fingers hovering over the big red button. Enter the B-58 Hustler and the Mirage 4. These weren't just planes, they were supersonic statements. The B-58, an American beast, was all about speed. It was the fastest thing on Earth with wings, built to drop bombs and outrun anything the Soviets could throw at it. The Mirage 4, France's answer to the nuclear question, was a bit more nuanced. Sleek and sophisticated, it was designed to deliver France's own nuclear message. Don't even think about it. Both were products of their time, born from the paranoia and tension of the Cold War. But they were also symbols of ambition, of pushing the boundaries of what was possible in the air. The threat of nuclear war was very real. These planes were a constant, terrifying reminder of that threat. But they were also a deterrent, a way of saying, if you start something, we can finish it. Now, let's talk about their looks. The B-58 was a looker, no doubt. It had this radical delta wing design, all sharp angles and futuristic curves. It was like something out of the Jetsons. The Mirage 4, while not as in-your-face, was no slouch either. It was elegant, like a finely crafted sports car. But the differences went deeper than just looks. The B-58 was built for one thing and one thing only: speed. It was designed to fly in low, fast, and drop its payload before the enemy even knew what hit them. Think of it as a supersonic drag racer, built for a short, blistering run. The Mirage 4, on the other hand, was more of an all-rounder. It was still plenty fast, mind you, but it was also designed with range and versatility in mind. It could carry reconnaissance pods, allowing it to spy on the enemy. It could carry conventional bombs for tactical strikes. It was a jack of all trades, a supersonic Swiss Army knife. But let's be honest, the real reason these things existed wasn't speed or fancy gadgets. It was about something much bigger, much scarier: deterrence. See, back then the name of the game was Mutually Assured Destruction, or MAD. Cheerful, right? The idea was simple. You pack enough nuclear firepower to turn the other guy's country into a radioactive parking lot, and they do the same to you. Nobody wants to go first because everyone loses. It's like two blokes in a pub, each holding a hand grenade with the pin pulled out. Nobody's winning that fight. And that's where the B-58 and Mirage 4 came in. They were the ultimate deterrent, a very visible, very loud way of saying, don't even think about it. Just the thought of these things screaming towards Moscow or Washington was enough to make even the most hardened general sweat a bit. Section 4. Adapting to a changing world. Mirage's unexpected longevity. Now, you might think that with all the fancy new missiles and technology coming out, these planes would quickly become obsolete. And you'd be right, at least about the B-58. See, the Americans, they loved their new toys. They poured money into intercontinental ballistic missiles, which could be launched from their silos with pinpoint accuracy. The B-58, with its single-minded focus on speed, started to look a bit like a dinosaur. By 1970, it was retired. But the Mirage 4, the plucky French bird, it stuck around. See, the French, they couldn't afford to chuck billions at every new bit of military tech. So they did what the French do best. They improvised. The Mirage 4 was constantly being upgraded. They gave it new engines, new electronics, even the ability to launch those fancy new air-to-surface missiles. It went from being a pure bomber to a multi-role aircraft, capable of reconnaissance, electronic warfare, and even nuclear strike. It was like that old car you keep fixing up because it just won't die. Section 5. Lasting impressions. A legacy of speed and innovation. The B-58 and Mirage 4 might be gone, but they left their mark. They were symbols of an era, a time when the world held its breath, wondering if the next day would be the last. They showed what could be achieved when you pushed the boundaries of technology and engineering. The B-58, though short-lived, proved that supersonic bombing was possible. It paved the way for later aircraft like the B-1 Lancer. The Mirage 4, on the other hand, showed that adaptability and innovation could keep an aircraft relevant even in a rapidly changing world. They might be museum pieces now, but their story is a reminder. It's a reminder of the terrifying stakes of the Cold War, of the ingenuity of the people who fought it, and of the enduring allure of supersonic flight.